Single small step of faith on the path illuminated only by His Word. In a world jaded by spectacle, God chose to speak with simplicity. It should be no surprise shepherds were chosen to hear the mystery of the ages, now revealed in a manger in Bethlehem.
I'm not sure I can tell you anymore. The details are blurry. It all happened so fast. I don't think he...
Benjamin, it's okay. I got the basic information from your captain,
Thomas.
Yes, Captain Thomas. His letter sounded like he really knew Kenny and that he really cared about him.
Yeah, well, it was hard for anyone not to like Kenny.
So, he was with a child?
Yes, ma'am. They tell us to be careful, but when you see the poverty, children sitting on the side of the road crying, you just feel like you have to do something.
It seems a little better that he was trying to help a child. Well, no mother wants to send her son to war.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, he believed in what we were doing.
What makes a difference to me is that he was doing something that came second nature to him. He was trying to help someone.
True that. Mrs. Carlyle, you seem, well...
You thought you'd find me dressed in black, still weeping over my lost son?
Ma'am, I didn't mean anything.
Trust me, Benji. I have shed the tears, and I have faced the sleepless nights, and I've cried myself into some kind of exhausted unconsciousness. more times than I even want to talk about. And I faced the neighbors who didn't know what to say and friends who didn't know when to shut up. It hurt. It still hurts. But God somehow, He allowed me to find a little peace.
Peace? Your son came home in
a box? Trust me, Benji, I know that phrase. I wept in front of that box, and I cried my heart out to God. And when that rifle salute sounded and the bugler played, I wept all over that flag they handed me. I didn't care who saw me or what they thought. What I didn't realize was God was already speaking. It's just at first I didn't want to hear what He had to say.
Well, what did He say?
He showed me the futility of my dreams and the pettiness of my desires, all against the backdrop of His purpose.
Your dreams?
Oh, you know, a husband, a house, 2 kids, 2 cars, you know, all that stuff that's so important until, well, you know. God showed me that Kenny's death did matter and that somehow it wasn't meaningless.
That's what I can't get my mind around.
Well, I keep this letter, and I reread it when I have one of those weepy moments where I think I'm going to lose it. And it came a week or 2 before, well, Mom, the only way anyone over here will hear the gospel is to see it lived out before them, even if it's in the life of an American soldier. In this hot, dry desert, Jesus wants me to hand out living water, 1 cup at a time, 1 person at a time.
I'm glad you feel that way. Still have a ways to go before I can get to that destination.
That's okay. I understand. You know, I decided not to direct the children's music this year. It was a little too...
Folks will understand.
But, you know, there wasn't anyone to teach the kids the music. So the pastor decided to do a live nativity scene on the church's front lawn. And yet, look, here I am, making cookies for it. You know what's going to be really hard about tonight?
What's that?
Not seeing Kenny somewhere in the scene. You know, last time he showed up like a cow.
Well, I guess it's okay now to tell you that that was my idea.
Benjamin, you?
Yeah, I was at the store and I found a preschool cow flashlight. When you opened its mouth, it moved. I couldn't resist.
And every time it moved, the children giggled. You confess much more, and I'm not saving you any cookies.
It's okay, I like the joke.
Oh, Benji, so did Kenny.
God pierces the darkest night with the light of His grace. When all seemed hopeless and lost, He provided His very presence in the form of a baby. Emmanuel was more than a name. The God of eternity had stepped into time and space, and as He opened His infant eyes for the first time, He gazed into the eyes of a young mother He had known before the foundation of the world.
He looks into the eyes of the mother He created. Mary holds her tiny son with hands that He has formed.
And the love she feels so deep is the love He's placed inside her. She knows more than anyone
on our journey, sometimes there's an unexpected turn in the road.
Well, that was embarrassing.
We did what was customary. Why wouldn't you go into the capital, find the palace, and ask where the newborn king is?
And no one happened to notice that the man on the throne wasn't, let's see, how shall I put this? Oh, I've got it. Not of the line of David. Small matter, he was only put there by Rome itself.
It was unsettling.
Yeah, I talked to some of the servants. Never should have done that. Do you know that he executed his own sons for high treason? Not to mention a whole lot of other people?
Yeah. The blood of innocence. More than one throne has been established and maintained by cruelty, and his is definitely no different.
But we happen to be standing, we happen to be quaking in fear in front of that throne.
He did help us.
Yeah, after you put me in front of him.
He wanted to know when the star appeared. Who better to tell him than the first one that saw it?
And who better to execute than little old Mordecai if he doesn't like the answer?
Enough. We have a destination. His counselors found the scrolls and read the words of the prophets. And you, Bethlehem, land of Judah, are by no means least among the leaders of Judah. For out of you shall come forth a ruler who will shepherd my people Israel.
Did you believe the rest of his request?
About sending word back and letting him know that he would come and worship?
He didn't exactly strike me as the worshiping type.
Nor me.
Melchior, look, the stars reappeared.
And you were worried.
all roads lead to the manger. There, weary travelers find truth incarnate. They can see with their own eyes God's answer to the deepest problems of every heart. There, on the level floor of a stable, the rich kneel with the poor, the wise with the humble, and the cry of the newborn babe in the stillness of the night heralds the dawn of grace.
What we came for?
You're surprised?
We came to pay homage to a king.
And thus you shall.
King born in a stable.
You need to remember the words of Isaiah. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, nor are your ways my ways, says the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your thoughts, and my ways than yours.
So the great thoughts of God are to be found in a manger?
Oh no. When we kneel here, we worship far more than the thought of God. We worship God himself. Mordecai, my young friend, you are most blessed.
Me? Blessed? What do you mean?
In the closing years of my life, the God of our fathers has allowed us to see the birth of his Son, our King. But you, my friend, will live to serve him. My life is but a stepping stone for you. In a way, it is more important that you be here than I. Come, it is time.
What will you do with Jesus? Your answer is the key.
Someday your heart will be asking, what will you do with me? Mary, we learn in trusting we'll see that nothing is impossible when you believe. Like the shepherd from the
They got to stand in for a buddy who didn't make it back.
Benji, wait.
Ma'am?
If you truly want to stand in for Kenny, you need to do a lot more than go charging into a group of children.
What should I do?
Remember when you and Kenny ran track?
Sure. Kenny ran we ran the 4x400 relay and we were unbeaten.
And what happened every race?
Kenny ran the second leg and then he'd had to hand off the baton off to me.
Okay. His part of the race was finished as soon as he handed you the baton.
Sure.
But the race wasn't over.
Of course not. I had to run my lap and then hand off to the guy who ran the anchor leg.
Well, Benjamin, in life, Kenny committed to a different kind of race. He took up the baton of faith that's passed from one generation of God's children to the next. He didn't run for long, but I believe he ran with all his heart. So if you want to give real meaning to Kenny's life, then take up that same baton of faith and go and stand and serve in a place of God's choosing. Keep his
I have come from so far away down the road of my own mistakes in the hope you could hear me pray. Oh Lord, keep me in your reach. How I've longed through these wasted years to outrun all my pain and fear, turn to stone from my uncried tears, and now it's your grace I see. Love won't compromise. It's a gift. It's a sacrifice. My soul renewed and my heart released. In you I'll find my peace. Oh, wondrous child, of whom the angels sing, know my joy, feel my suffering, shining star, make this love you bring so bright that I may believe that my way will not be lost from now on. So that rivers cross, my soul renewed and my spirit free. In you I'll find my peace.
For some, the journeys of Christmas end in joy. Friendships are sweeter, family ties become stronger, new memories are created, and some of the old ones of friends and family find their way to new, younger ears. For others, there may be a twinge of sadness, and a few may have allowed the anguish of loss or the overwhelming cares of life to cast shadows across their lives. But to all, the message of Christmas is clear and rings across the ages. Unto you is born a Savior, Christ the Lord.
Dear